Hi, hello everybody. My name's David Rodriguez. You guys know who I am, but I'm the Public Information Officer for the Hialeah Fire Department. I want to talk to you a little bit about what a PIO, Public Information Officer, is, what they do, and a little bit of what it entails, in case any of you guys are interested one day in pursuing that part of the fire department aspect. Very importantly, if you were going to be writing notes, I would tell you this is the one thing you got to write down to remember always and forever on what it takes to be a fire, or what the definition of a PIO is, and what you need to do when it comes to becoming a public information officer. It's a very simple little sentence, and it means this: what does a PIO do? PIO gives the right information to the right people at the right time. Right information to the right people at the right time. If you remember that, that is the general scope of what a public information officer is all about. Okay. A lot of you guys in this room are officers or have read books about NIMS and ICS and stuff. Public information officers part of the NIMS incident command structure. You guys know the incident commander's on top, and then on the bottom you have the general staff, which is your FLOP or whatever, your finance, your operations, all that stuff. Well, kind of up in between those two in the corners, they call it command staff. And in the command staff, you have your public information officer, you have your liaison officer, and your safety officer. So the PIO has a little direct ear to the incident commander, or in this case, the fire chief or whoever is in charge. That is important because the PIO has the liberty to kind of bypass a lot of chains of commands, and they're a direct ear to the person in charge. Now, when it comes to that and getting information, like I said before, the right information to the right people at the right time, you got to be very, very careful and make sure that everybody is in the same page. Most of the time, most departments will have one PIO or a small little staff. In this case here, we have a few, but we have one person that disseminates the information. Why is that so important? Last year during Hurricane Irma, I had a chance, or I got deployed down to the Keys to help out with the public information officers there, and that was a big scale thing, and I really got to see firsthand what it means to getting the right information by one person, because it was a big mess. There was a lot of people involved, and information was going everywhere. We had set up a joint information center, or what they call a JIC. There's a joint information center and joint information system. That JIC, J-I-S and J-I-C. That is where the joint information system is, where all the public information officers, where all the information comes from, but they need to be housed somewhere, and that's called a JIC, the Joint Information Center. Depending on the size of and the scope of the event, most of the time it's in an EOC. You guys all know what an EOC is, an Emergency Operations Center. The reason they do that is try to get all the information in one place, so the right information goes out and not different things go out. Well, in this particular case, we're in the Keys. There's a mess. It was down in Big Pine Key. I never want to go there ever again. I thought it was the most horrible place there is. There was a lot of PIOs from everywhere. We had direction. Actually, our leader was Marcos Osorio, which is from you know who that is, from the Key. All our information went to him, and then he disseminated everything and it went down the proper channels. Well, FEMA is there, and FEMA has PIOs also. You're trying to stay on the same page. Well, some FEMA PIO decides to post a picture of a bunch of trailers saying the first trailers have arrived to the Keys, come to the EOC to apply for your trailers. Well, that was not true. There weren't any trailers. They posted a picture of some trailers that were sitting in some naval base. They put that out, and next thing you know, there were droves of people showing up to the EOC ready to apply for this because their house had been totally blown away. Now, how do you take that back is very, very difficult. So that's why everybody's got to be on the same page to be able to disseminate and give out the right information. Now, to a smaller scale, on scene, as a PIO here in Hialeah, when you get to a scene, what does a PIO do? Number one, let's say you get a big fire call, for example. What you want to do is create a media staging area. The PIO is not the guy that always has to be on TV. That's not the point of it, but sometimes you are. But you want to corral the media, create a staging area, create an area for them to be, so you can go to them and give them all the proper information, what you need. Because if not, you're going to have media everywhere wanting to get pictures involved in your scene, and while you guys are doing what you want to do, you don't want to have media involved all over the place. Other things we do is press conferences, different things that we do, and we control the scene. The reason we do that is because of the saying in the little media business is called feeding the beast. the media will get their information no matter what. So you want to be the one to come forward and give them information so they can give the right information out. If not, they're going to find the information from somebody else. They're going to go to the little grandmother that lives next to the house, and they're going to try to find out from them, hey, what happened? And then you might be getting wrong information. So in closing, I just want to tell you real quick, social media, big thing when it comes to being a PIO. Twitter is one of the biggest things that we do to be able to disseminate, to give out information. In this day and age, that's the way that we get information out, through Twitter, through Facebook, because most people get their news through that. And finally, I just wanted to go over a couple of likes and dislikes. Yes, I like the job. I think it's pretty cool. I kind of like to be in the know. Some people call it nosy. But whenever anything big happens, I get to be involved and I get to help out in any way that I can. Dislikes, I'm kind of stuck to a phone that they gave me, and I'm kind of on duty 24/7. And things can happen at any time, and I have to be ready to respond and go to these different things. But all in all, I really like it. I enjoy it, and I think it's a good job.
You get paid for going to,
Yes.
like, if you're at home?
Yes, I do get. Yeah, that is the benefit that you do get paid.
Time and a half?
Overtime?
Yes.
On the moment you get the call, right?
Yes. All right. Well, thank you very much.